Okay, there's no health without mental health. There's no health without mental health. So sorry for the break in transmission. I'm back for the concluding part of my discussion. Sorry for the power outage. We'll continue to do our best. So we've been talking about the danger of drug abuse. We've been talking about thanks for joining everybody. Folamila Ayodeji Oladele, thanks Ogunjale from South Africa. Wow. Olaye Idowu, Maresa, Adibolu, these are nice. I mean, my friends are, I think this live is helping me to connect with my friends far and near, friends from Ghana, South Africa. I've seen those in Canada, Birmingham, UK, US, Australia. Thanks, guys, for your support. So I believe, so the first part, I have successfully saved it on my Instagram handle at Dr. Nubi Peter, and luckily for me, the recording also on Facebook continues. So I'm able to save that. So I just resumed live broadcast. So this one will form the second part. So as I was saying, addiction is not a class thing. It's not something that you want to say, oh, okay, because I'm a big boy. It's not. You don't have to say you are taking substance because you are a big boy. It's not a status symbol. Why will I be dying? Why will I be doing things that can kill me because I want to do big boy? I want to be a big boy. Why? As they say, who big boy help? Who big boy help? Especially young ones. So parents, I want us to have a very, very, very keen eye, eagle eye. Let us have eagle eye. You hear people tell me, I've been doing drugs since age of 16, some since age of 14. And the parents will say, I never knew until maybe 10 or 11 years after. There are many signs. Check the hand. Are there track marks? Check the nose. The eyes are always watery. The eyes are always red. Sudden outburst of anger and aggression. Sometimes he just lock himself. Or he begins to take tom-tom or something to mask the odor. You begin to see strange instruments like vaporizer. You see torchlights, plunger. These are things. You see needle and syringe. You see funny sachets. Check the mark. He may be a cultist. She may be a cultist. These are things. Look at the friends he's moving with. There's no way somebody will be moving with somebody who takes drugs and will say, no, when they are doing their drugs, I don't join them. It's practically difficult. Out of all the friends in this world, why must your friend be somebody who's taking drugs? So anytime we have rehabilitation here, when our clients are going, we tell them, delete or get a new SIM card. All your old contacts, try not to have anything to do with them. Because it's very key. Run from every appearance of evil. Because it's only the beginning of substance that you know. You don't know the end. So peer pressure should not make you to do drugs. You must not do drugs because you want to feel relaxed or you want to take it for pleasure. You must not do drugs because of curiosity. You are just wondering about the side effect or how does it. You must never do drugs because you want to boost your self-esteem. You want to feel stronger and feel self-confident. Don't do drugs because of a coping strategy. Don't do it in order to cope with stress or forget about your problem. Don't do drugs because you just want to use it as a way to rebel. You want to become a rebel against your parents or against authority. Don't do drugs. Sometimes some people, they are having emotional illness. They are hearing voices and and they don't know what is going on. Then they begin to take drugs so as to mask their experiment. No, your experience should not. Some do drugs because they are bored. Don't do drugs because you are bored. So again, I will run through it. Don't do drugs because of peer pressure. Don't do drugs as a form of relaxation or pleasure. Don't do drugs because of curiosity. Oh, what's happening? How do they feel? This and that. Don't do drugs to boost your self-esteem or to become confident, to be able to talk to opposite gender. No. Don't do drugs because you want to have sexual prowess. Oh, I want to go to round 5. I want to do round 1. I want to do... No. Don't do drugs because it is a coping mechanism for you to cope with stress, either at work or school or anywhere. Don't do drugs because you want to forget about your problem. The problem don't go away. Problems stay until you confront them. Don't do drugs because you want to rebel. These are some of the reasons clients have given to me for doing drugs. Someone said, I would take drugs, I would destroy my family name because I wanted to study so and so, and my mother insisted that this is what I should study. By the time I become something else, then they will know. You are only destroying yourself. They don't do it because you are bored. You travel out, there's nothing to do. Please, I want to appeal to us. Don't do drugs because of boredom. Don't do it because you want to cope with stress or as a way of solving problems. Don't do drugs because you want to boost your ego or self-esteem. Don't do drugs because of curiosity. Curiosity kills the cat. Don't do drugs just to experiment. Friends are taking it and you don't want them to abuse you. You go for birthday bash. Everybody's putting it. They're feeling high. And here you are seated and drinking maybe mineral soft drink, or you are taking water. You also want to feel high. You want to be able to dance. You want to be able to meet and mingle with everyone. Don't do drugs because you said it calms your nerves. Don't do drugs because you want to feel relaxed or because somebody is pressurizing you. Rather than someone pressurize you, you pressurize the person not to do drug. It's a moral weakness if somebody had to pressurize you to follow their own path. In fact, it is the highest level of moral weakness. It is shameful to say, oh, I don't used to do this thing before, but my friend pressurized me. Really? Really? So please, because today we have established the fact that when you take the first drug, nothing may happen. It may be a voluntary decision, but after a while, it becomes an involuntary decision in which you lose control of the use of the drugs. Sometimes you may be in the control, but after a while, you will not be able to stop. Why? Because the brain has been reconfigured. So from voluntary use, it becomes involuntary. And don't forget the step I told you. Experimental stage. After that, you go to purposeful stage. And after purposeful stage, you become compulsory user or intensive user. And after that, finally, you go to dependent stage, which is a stage of addiction. If you are an experimental user, today should be the last day. If you are a purposeful user, somebody came to my clinic after admitting the person, we rehabilitated him, then after 3 months when he left, and then he said, come to think of it, he was eating when he was here. Were we giving him Indian hemp or cannabis because he was able to eat more? I said, no, all we gave you was vitamin B complex. And he burst into crying. He said, what? That the sole reason why I've been taking cannabis is because I wanted to eat more. If I had known that there are other medications I can take or I could have taken to make me eat more, I would never have ventured into it. See, I believe him. Don't say in a lie. It's not a lie. And sincerely speaking, that's why when you are going through any trouble, ask professionals, how can I cope with this? Don't resort to self-help. Every drug you start today as experimental drug, you become purposeful user. After that, you become an intensive and compulsive user before you become dependent. Junkie. in which you will not be able to rest until you sell anything just to continue to fund the drug behavior. So it is important that today, before I go, that we know that it is the beginning of drugs that you know. You don't know how it will end. And I have told you, it's not a status symbol. People end up being psychotic. You may have seen your friends who are doing this thing and nothing is happening to them. Your brain is different. Also take away today is, it is not arrow of the enemy or moral perversion or moral weakness where you now call family meeting. Sometimes when people are addicted, they require rehabilitation. Get them help. It's not that people have seen their star. That's why they want to destroy the star by making them to become addicts. No. Addiction is a state that person may not be able to control again. It starts with voluntary use. It ends with involuntary use. So it is important that this get help. Some will tell you, I'll be doing it in my house, I'll be coming to greet you. It fails. You must be rehabilitated. You must go through detoxification in a protected environment. And it's also important for parents, caregivers, guardians to watch. Don't put this youth under unnecessary pressure. Partners, don't put your partner under unnecessary pressure. And when people have financial problems, stress and co, look for best way, adaptive way to cope with stress. Don't resort into drugs. Don't resort into addiction because it doesn't help. It will rather compound the problem. So the last 1 hour we have been talking about the danger of drug abuse. It is a pandemic. Let me let you know. People are making money. Peddlers are using different style to change it from synthetic form to the other so that they can continue to rake in millions of dollars and naira. But souls, people are dying. People are coming to mental health institutions in tens and hundreds. This should not be. I'm a community psychiatrist. My aim is to come to the community such as this and encourage you and advise you and give you health education as to things to do to prevent yourself from ending up. Some will still listen to this. They will still say na lie. They will continue. Then you come for admission and I will make money from you. That is the truth. But from my own perspective, creating community awareness about the dangers of drugs, I have done that today. It's important. And it's also important for you to know that it's not that once you start taking drugs, you can now on your own say, okay, I don't want to stop. I can. People come and they brag. Oh, I can always stop, doctor. I don't think there's a problem. There's a problem. If you say you can stop, why have you not stopped? How many times have you told yourself you will stop? Have you stopped? Or you tell me, my friends are taking it for the past 10 years, they've been taking it, nothing happened to them. Your brain is not your friend's brain. Your friends may be productive with you, but you don't know about yours. You take it, you become a miscreant, abnormal behavior, thinking problem that affects your mood. You sell everything within the house. You cannot concentrate, drop out from school, sent out of work. You can't maintain your marriage. Everything is destroyed. It's a serious topic today. Sorry if I sound so serious and so, because I know what people go through. I know the pain of parents who have sent their words overseas. Some have gone to borrow money only for them to be called overseas, that their words or children have been involved in addiction and they have to send them back home. Think about the pain, the emotional trauma. And that's the truth. Thanks, Victor. Thanks, Victor. And that's the honest truth. I feel for these parents. Sometimes some parents will be rolling on the floor in my clinic saying, "Doctor, please help us." Patient hearing voices, laughing, becoming a dummy because of drugs. Why did you get yourself to that level? So it's better we speak truth to ourselves today, so that those of you who are still at experimental and purposeful stage, you can stop. If I want to make money, I'm not going to be doing this. I'll just allow you to continue, and then you end up in Grace Cottage Clinic. But part of my work is to advocate, to educate, and to prevent the occurrence of emotional illness. I believe it's been a wonderful time. Thanks for those who were able to join me today. We had the first part that went on for like 40 minutes thereabout. So please share this discussion massively. Go on my Instagram page at Dr. Nubi Peter. Send the link to as many people as possible, especially those who think that once their words are addicted, they can go and pray about it and burn the demons. You pray, it's good to pray, but they require rehabilitation. And those who continue to blame those who are addicted that they are morally weak, they should get out of it. It's not by mouth. Once they've got it to that level, there's nothing you can do other than bringing them. So there's nothing. And those who believe they will use it to cope or do some of these things, we have said it's no way. Don't think you always be in charge of drug. It's a friend enemy. It will come as a friend. But once you embrace it, it strikes. And there's no amount of confidence. People have sworn on their father's grave that after leaving my hospital, they will never go back. 1 month, 2 months, they came back. With the best of intention, people have said yes. So I always tell people, one day at a time, never become overconfident. Because drugs, once you started, sometimes to leave is difficult. Please don't start. And those of you who are already hooked, make up your mind that today, enough is enough. I'm going to do my best. It's not a class thing. What is class thing in having hallucination? What is class thing in becoming psychotic? What is class thing in selling properties to engage in a behavior? What is class thing in destroying families? You are not becoming a role model to your children. What is class in that? Well, we'll continue to see our own. Iwando Kunore, thanks for watching. SK Show, thanks for watching. All my friends that joined on Facebook, thanks for watching. And also, Roque Bams, Abintin, Jans Bosco, Kola KP, Victor, thanks for watching. Nkotowera, Tewa Tokbe, and many others that joined earlier before we had a break in transmission. I want to appreciate you. Keep the question coming. Give me topics that you feel I should discuss. Follow me on Instagram at Dr. Nubi Peter. I mean, the more you are able to follow, the more I'm able to get wider coverage, and the more people are able to benefit from this discussion that we have every Friday. How time flies when you're having a nice time. This is what I always say. This is the point I wish to say. Everything that starts well eventually ends well. I don't have the gift of saying bye-bye, but definitely we just have to go. Till I come your way again next week Friday with another interesting topic. Because the truth is, you never know what will come our way next week Friday. I don't have any catalog of topics. I just speak based on events around us. It was my discussion with my colleague yesterday about the increase in number of addiction being admitted in our various hospitals in Nigeria that gave me inspiration to talk about this. Maybe next week, God keeping us alive, we may talk about factors that push people to drugs, especially home factors and other factors, if I'm able to assemble some of them. Or maybe we'll talk about another topic. We did not have time to do our relaxation exercise today because time is fast spent. But believe me, when we come next week, that's the first thing we'll do. We'll do our relaxation, contraction, and we'll take a mindfulness journey to our happy places. These are relaxation exercises that I always encourage you to do every day. I do my own from time to time, and I tell you, it works. Finally, bye-bye. Remember, there's no health without mental health. Thank you. Bye-bye.